Good morning, boys and girls. Welcome to our writing workshop. Today's April 30th, and it's Thursday. We're going to have a weekend coming up, and we have about one more week of poetry, but today we're going to dive into a poetry that involves working with figurative language. We're going to be looking at color poems. Color poems are a lot of fun because they are doing comparison of a color. The first poem, as you can see, is all about picking a color. You can pick any color you want. You can pick red, blue, yellow, it doesn't really matter. The next thing you're going to do is that we're going to look at this as a simile, and we're going to say, red feels like, and you're going to write a sentence of what red feels like, because the color is going to be red. So in my poem, I might write the word red. Whoops, that's a terrible R. Try it again. There we go, much better. So red is my color. Then I would tell you what red feels like. What does red smell like? What does red taste like? What does red sound like? What does red look like? And I'd write sentences that stimulates my thought about the color. You can be comparing red with something else. Red feels like. So what does red feel like? You can say red feels like the burning center of the earth. That'd be good. Or red feels like the coals of a hot fire. Or red feels like the sticky sweetness of a lolly. What does red smell like? So red smells like roses. Red smells like perfume. So what does red smell like? So you're going to write a poem using color and then your senses. Feel, smell, taste, sound. Those are great ways to describe things. Then you're going to say in the very end, red is a metaphor. So with all those similes, you're going to have a metaphor at the end. Red is. Red is what? Red is fire. Red is hot. Red is beautiful. So what is red? So you'll finish your color poem by feel, smell, taste, sound, look, then what it is. The next color poem you're going to work on is metaphors. Red is a color, blue is a color, green is a color. So we're looking at the first one. Red is what? Blue is what? Green is, yellow is. Boys and girls, I don't want just one sentence. We could say red is hot. Yep, that works. It's not very detailed though. I'm looking for something a little bit more descriptive. You could say red is fire. Yes, that's also okay, but it's just kind of maybe a 2. It's not really a 3 or a 4. Oh, how about this one? Red is anger that can hurt or kill. Okay, that's a sentence. So I take red. Red is anger that can kill, that can hurt and kill. Let's think of another one. Red is blood that gives us life. There we go. So now we're looking at a metaphor that has more meaning to it, more poetic. And that's what I'm looking for you today. Today, boys and girls, I want you to take your 4 color poems. I want you to write them in sentences. Pick your best words. You have plenty of time to do a really good job. Don't rush through this one. This is a really fun project to do. Color poems are always very creative. If you have a problem not thinking of good color poems, you can always go to the poetry website and look at some examples of color poems to help get your juices flowing. I look forward for you to share your color poems with me on Seesaw and come back together at 9 o'clock today. We'll be meeting at 9 o'clock for our meeting, and you have a fantastic morning. All right, writers, write.